Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh. My name is Veer Rajeshpal, and today I'm going to tell you the Sakhi of how Guru Arjan Dev Ji became Guru. And it starts with his father, Guru Ram Das Ji. So Guru Ram Das, the story goes, was in his hometown one day, and as usual, hundreds of people would come and do his darshan every day. On this one day, his cousin from Lahore came. Present day, it's in Pakistan. In the old days, he was just considered one land. So his cousin from Lahore came and then asked, "Oh, cousin, dear Guru, it's me. After a long time, I'm seeing you. I come with an invitation. My son is getting married. Do you think you can come and bless this marriage?" Guru Ramdas says, "Oh, cousin, so nice to see you. I would love to come, but Sangat comes by the hundreds every single day to kind of do, darshan and get a bit of wisdom and sikhya. I can't come personally because the Sangat will lose out. But what I'll do, I'll send one of my sons in my stead." The cousin was very happy. Sending the Guru's son, getting a Guru's son to your wedding was a very high honor. So the cousin says, "Yes, we will wait for Lahore for your son to come." Then Guru Ramdas Ji had three sons. So he approached his oldest son, Prithya. Prithya was his name, the oldest son. So he went to Prithya. "Prithya, do you think you can go to Lahore to represent me for my cousin's son wedding?" Prithya was a very ambitious person. His aim, was one day to become the successor of Guru Ram Das, to become the fifth Guru of the Sikhs. And Prithya not once wanted to leave his father's side because he didn't want to miss any opportunity, because everybody knew that Guru Ram Das Ji should be announcing the successor, the fifth Guru soon. So he didn't want to be away from the Guru. Prithya said, "No, no, Pitaji, no, Guru Maharaj, I cannot leave your side. There's so much seva to do here. Who are going to handle the people lodging, the langar? I need to kind of do this seva, Guruji. Please send someone else. I cannot." So Guru Ramdas Ji went to his second son, Mahadev. Mahadev was a very quiet and meditative person. He spent hours in his room just quietly meditating the whole day. So he went to Mahadev. "Mahadev, beta, can you go to Lahore for me? My son, my something like my son, my cousin's son is getting married. Can you go?" Mahadev says, "Oh, Pitaji, Guruji, please don't ask me. I have no interest in such matters. All I want to do is just sit in my room quietly and meditate on the name of God. I have no interest in such things. Please, please, Guruji, do not ask me." Guruji then went to his youngest son, Arjan. So he went to Arjan. "Arjan, beta, come here. I have a task for you. Can you go to Lahore for me? Go to Lahore. My cousin's son is getting married. Go there, attend the wedding, serve the Sangat until I call you back." Guru Arjan, he's not Guru yet. Arjan would do anything his father asked. Such was his love and devotion to his father. The father says, "Go here," he goes here. And that's what Arjan did. Arjan says, "Hanji Guruji, no problem. I'll do anything you ask. I'll go to Lahore and I won't come back until you tell me to come back, and I'll serve the Sangat like you tell me." So Arjan on the same day picked up his stuff, got a few friends, Sevadars, and went to Lahore. They went, they enjoyed the wedding, they served the Sangat, they gave a lot of Sikhya, they helped with the langar. It was like a Gurudwara they made it there. So Arjan served day by day. Even after the wedding was over, he served. But people could see every day as the day passed after the wedding, Arjan became a bit more, a bit more, a bit more sad every day as the day passed. One day his very close friend asked Arjan, "Arjan, क्यों तुसी उदास बैठे आए थे? Why are you so sad sitting here? It's a nice city. People love you here. Your relatives take excellent care of you. Food is excellent. Weather is great. Why so sad? Why the long face?" Arjan said, "I've been apart from my father, Guru Ramdas Ji, for too long. My heart aches. It's difficult for me to even eat. I miss him so much." His friend said, "Why don't you write a letter to your father, the Guru? I'm sure if you write a letter and you tell him that you want to come home, he will call you back." Arjun said, "Good idea. I'll do that." So he wrote a letter, a very nice, poetic letter. And the first letter, it It went like this. I have the letter here. See, and this is what Arjan wrote to his father, Guru Ramdas. Mera man loche Guru darshan thai, बिलब करे चातर की न्याय त्रिखा ना उतरे शांत ना आवे बिन दर्शन संत प्यारे जियो हो को लीजियो कोल कुमाई गुरु दर्शन संत प्यारे जियो रहा. My mind longs for the blessed vision of Guruji. It cries out like a thirsty songbird. My thirst is not quenched, and I can find no peace without the blessed vision of the beloved saint, my Guru. I am a sacrifice. My soul is a sacrifice to the blessed vision of the Guru. And he gave this letter to his friend. Dost, Mitter, take this letter. Go to my Guru, my father, and give him this letter. Hopefully, he calls me back. So that's what the friend did. He went to Lahore and gave this letter, right? On his way, he reached the Guru's Darbar. Before he could even enter Darbar, Prithya was waiting there. He saw his friend. He said, this is Arjan's friend. He was very jealous of Arjan because Arjan was always so devoted. So he paid very careful attention of what Arjan was doing and his friends. So he saw his friend, grabbed their friends by the shoulder and said, what are you doing here? You were supposed to be in Lahore. My father did not give you the order to come back. Why are you back? And he saw this letter. He grabbed it immediately. This letter that Arjan gave. What is this letter? He saw the letter. It says, wow, beautiful poetry. He said, Arjan wrote this for my father, right? My friend says, yes. Don't worry. I'll give it to my father. You go. You go. My father will get this letter. No problem. And then, did he give the letter to his father? No. Prithya stashed it away. He hid the letter, right? He hid the letter, and then the friend went back. Also have this thought in mind. The letter reached the Guru. He went back home to Lahore, spoke to Arjan. Arjan said, did my father get the letter? What did he say? He said, I don't know whether your father got the letter because before I could even come there, Prithya took the letter from my hand. Arjan shook his head, says, I know my brother, he would not give the letter. He would not. He got even more sad. He didn't eat, he didn't sleep the next few days. His friend couldn't take it. He says, Arjan, write one more letter. I'll do better. I'll make sure the letter reaches your father. So Arjan did just that. He wrote a second letter and it went like this. Tera mukh sohava jiyo. Tera mukh sohava jiyo sach tan pani chir hua dekhe sarang pani. Tan sudesh jahan tu vasya mere sajan meet murare jiyo ho ko lijiyo kol kumai. Ho kol kumai. Guru sajan meet murare jiyo rahao. Your face is so beautiful, my Guru, and the sound of your words imparts wisdom. It is so long since this rainbird has even seen the glimpse of water, which is you. Blessed is that land where you dwell, O my friend, my intimate divine Guru. I am a sacrifice. I am a forever sacrifice to my friend and intimate divine Guru. Take this letter, dost. Make sure you give it to my father. A friend went again, where Guru Ramdas was. And again, he looked up for Prithya. He couldn't see it. Just as he was walking a few meters to give this in Guru Ramdas's hand, Prithya grabbed the letter from his hand and dragged the friend away from the Guru. He says, again you come here. You defied my father's orders. My father has said, Arjan, to stay there. You do not have permission to come here. One more time, I'm going to report you to the Guru. You stay there and don't worry, my father will call Arjan back. Prithya took the letter and sent his friend all the way back to Lahore. Very sadly, the friend came back to Arjan in Lahore and told Arjan that, I'm so sorry, Arjan. Prithya caught me again and took the letter out of my hand. This time Arjan was not sad and did not wait a few days. That same day, he wrote a third letter. He says, I'm going to write a letter, a third one. This time you must look up Prithya. Do not give the letter to anyone except my father. I am trusting you, my friend. And on this letter, he did a special addition. He wrote a number 3 on it. You can see the number 3 here. He wrote a number 3 on it. And he says in this letter, Ek kadi na milte ta kaljug hota, hun kad miliye priya tuta Bhagavanta. Moy re na vihave neend na aave, bin dekhe Gurudar bare jiyo. Ho ko lijiyo kol kumai, tissa sache Gurudar bare jiyo rahao. When I could not be with you just for a moment, the dark age of Kal Yug dawned upon me. When will I meet you, O my beloved Lord? I cannot endure the night, and sleep does not come without the sight of my beloved Guru's court. I am a sacrifice, my soul is a sacrifice, so that the true Guru, the true court of my beloved Guru. And he gave this letter to his friend. He said, do what you need to do, get this in my father's hands. So the friend went with the letter, and he looked up at Prithia, saw Prithia from a distance, sneaked past him, and put this letter on the feet of Guru Ramdas. Guru Ramdas looked at him. What's this? Who are you? Ah, you are Arjan's friend. Aren't you supposed to be in Lahore? Guruji said. Hanji, Guruji. Arjan has sent me with this letter. Oh, a letter from my son. Wonderful. I haven't heard so long from Arjan. I was wondering what's happening with him. He read the letter, and the Guru's heart just sang with joy. Tears fell down his cheeks. He saw the beautiful poetry in the letter, and he knew that his son was missing him desperately. And he also saw very curiously the number 3 on the letter. So he asked the friend, why is there a number 3 on the letter? The friend said, I had come previously with 2 earlier letters, but Prithia took letters from me and told me he'll give it to you. Guruji said, I received no such letters. The friend said, then I gave it to Prithia, and he told me he'll give it to you. Guru Ramdas ji called his Sevadars and asked his Sevadars to search Prithia's room. And they went to his room. In his coat, they found 2 letters, and Guruji read all 3 letters again. And he knew that his son was in deep pain from being away so long from himself, Guruji. So Guruji immediately called Guru Arjan back. Guru Arjan came back, and in front of the whole Sangat, Guru Ramdas asked Guru Arjan, you wrote these 3 letters, you wrote these 3 letters, now complete them. Prove to me, that you actually wrote these letters. Write the 4th part of this letter that is as beautiful as the first 3. And Guru Arjan wrote in the 4th and the final letter, Bag Hoa Guru Sant Milaya, Prabha Banasi Kar Main Paya, Save Kari Pal Chasa Na Vichoda, Jan Nanak Das Tumhare Jiyo, Ho Ko Lijiyo Kol Kumai, Jan Nanak Das Tumhare Jiyo. By good fortune I have met the saint Guru. I have found the immortal Lord within the home of my own self. I will now serve you forever, and I shall never be separated from you, even for an instant. Servant Nanak is your slave, O beloved Master. I am a sacrifice. My soul is a sacrifice. Servant Nanak is your slave, my Lord. And with that, Guru Ramdas ji hugged his son after missing him so long and announced to the whole Sangat, if anyone can write such poetry drenched with the Lord's love, he is worthy of this seat of Guru Nanak, and he will be the Guru after me. And from that day on, Arjan stopped being called Arjan, and he was called Guru Arjan Dev Ji. And that's how the 5th Guru came to being. So the moral of the story, my friends, is always have this devotion in your heart, and no matter what kind of obstacles you are thrown in your way, never let go of Guru's feet, and always keep your intentions pure, like how Arjan kept his intentions pure and always had Guru in his heart. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji